Hello, 88.3 FM WXOU, and welcome to Sunday Night Nerd Fest, your favorite 2 hours every Sunday night where we talk about the shows, the video games, the cards, and hobbies of us nerds. My name is Jake, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Mel. Mel, how are you?
You know what? We're living another day.
Yeah, we made it.
I'll just say that. I mean, I got a test I'm studying for, but...
Locked in.
What about you, Jake?
Oh, we're here. We're alive. We made it. It's been a big week for gaming news. It's been a big week for pretty much everything.
Everything Nerdfest.
Oh, yeah. We're super excited for this show. But, yeah. So, before we get into it really quickly, we do have a quick PSA. No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. If you were, please join your fellow veterans at communityofveterans.org. They know where you're coming from. A public service message brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council. Now, let's do a quick preview of what we're going over on this show.
Yeah, we have a lot lined up for you guys today, and it's a lot of greatness.
Yeah, so we're starting off strong. Our first hour is going to be Switch 2 stuff, because we've got so many games.
So much.
The software that was announced, the price tags that were announced, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So
my bank account will be hurting.
Yes.
And so will yours.
Oh my god, it's gonna be really rough. But so we've got the Switch for that first hour. Then we have the Minecraft movie after our first hour, which Mel and I did go see in theaters this week. We saw it on Thursday.
Now, we'll try to keep spoilers to a minimum, but
yes.
No promises.
Yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to keep spoilers down, but
we got to talk about some
scenes. They put Jennifer Coolidge in, so I have to...
Oh my gosh.
I got to talk about that.
Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Absolutely. And then the last half hour, we get a whole bunch of details on Marvel Rival Season 2 with buffs, nerfs. We have... Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name.
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost is coming to the game.
And
Ultron is coming in Season 2.5. So halfway through the season, it'll be super awesome. I am super pumped. So, let's get right into it. We're going to start by talking about the games that were revealed for the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch. And this one I'm really passionate about. I'm really excited about. The first one we're talking about is Rhythm Haven Groove.
Now, I've never personally played this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I never had that blissful experience.
Yeah.
But based on what we saw during its quote-unquote trailer, I thought it looked great. It looked amazing. It's definitely a rhythm game. I'll say that. And I don't know. I feel like it's going to just feel right on the Switch.
It's going to feel so... It feels like it has belonged on the Switch for a long time. The last time we got a Rhythm Haven game, I think, was for the 3DS.
Yeah, I think you're right. Or just
3DS or Wii U. I'm not entirely sure. I think it is...
No, but how long ago was that?
We got Rhythm Haven Mega Mix in 2015 was the last time we got a Rhythm Haven
10
game.
years later.
Yeah, we are... Well, it's going to be 11 because it comes out next year.
Yeah.
Rhythm Haven is just a game that Nintendo, in my opinion, has perfected. I think the charm of the game has... I mean, it's so recognizable. Even those people who don't play rhythm games know what this game is.
I think I watched a video on this once, and it was someone trying to play it who was really good at it. Like, he had a lot of videos on it.
Yeah.
Someone trying to play it blindfolded.
Yep.
And that is just so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, without the music and watching. Or with the music and blindfolded.
Yep.
Like, the game's just fun. It's satisfying, and the aesthetics are great.
Oh, yeah. I love the game. I have not played a whole lot of Rhythm Haven on, like, the DS and the Wii, but I have played it on the Wii U.
But he will be playing it on the Switch, too. I will
for sure be playing it on the Switch, too.
And we'll tell you guys all about it.
Oh, yeah, I will. That
all about it.
Looks super exciting.
Bro, all the games look super exciting that are coming out.
Yeah, but aside from Rhythm Haven, I know this one you're going to be pumped for.
I think we're all pumped for this one.
We're all pumped for this one. Tomodachi Life was... announced for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2.
I mean, we didn't get to see much of it.
No.
Unfortunately.
We did not get to see much, but Nintendo did show off Tomodachi Life at the end of their March 27th Direct. I think that was the date.
I don't know, I know.
It was the one before the Switch 2. We're going over those games before the Switch 2. Just to kind of
but just looking at the photos itself, like
it looks so pretty.
It looks great. It looks amazing, and I I hope they make it unique compared to the last one.
I think it's going to be very similar to the last one, which is good.
Similar, but I still need something unique, you know, because I'm not going to just replay the same game like that I loved as my childhood. Yes, it's going to be nostalgic, but you can't go off the nostalgia factor itself.
I think this game is going to have a lot of unique aspects to it. I think there's going to be a lot of difference from the first game.
I mean, if you guys haven't watched
gameplay or anything of Tomodachi Life, it's
the second one of like clip, like just looking at some of these photos, just having a giant me staring down at your me.
It looks so funny.
It looks so funny.
Looks hilarious.
The map looks a lot bigger.
It looks
I'll admit.
huge.
And I'm excited to see what unique features they bring with the Switch too.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, for sure. I am in love with Tomodachi Life. The first one was on the 3DS, I believe.
Yes, you're right.
And man, it was such a fun life sim. I can't wait to see it on Switch. I feel like it belongs on Switch, the portability of the console, but also having the console at home. It's like how Animal Crossing is on the Switch. It just belongs.
It just belongs.
Right.
And something I'm hoping for this game is that we get this unique, personalized experience where like you can open your game and you can just see the Miis without having to click on anything.
Yeah.
Like you can just see your world. You can see the Miis walking, like almost an Animal Crossing type game.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be along those lines. The game looks really good. It's going to be on Switch 1 and 2, which is great. I think it's good that they have a couple games that are still really good coming out on Switch 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It kind of to ease people out of Switch 1 and into Switch 2. So.
And especially, like, if you even can call them competitors at this point, like Xbox, PlayStation, they all release new games and you can't play them on the previous game.
Yeah. I think
so
Nintendo now has got everyone shaking in their boots after these past.
I hope so. Let's see some changes. Let's see some more unique consoles coming out.
Yeah. For those who are unaware, the Nintendo Direct they did 2 Nintendo Directs. They did one on March 27th, which I talked about in my Geek of the Week last week.
Go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already.
Yes, you can listen to it on Spotify and on YouTube at SNNF.
No.
Oh, no.
Sunday Night Nerd Fest.
Yeah,
just search up Sunday Night Nerd Fest in the search bar.
Yeah. My bad. I was thinking about our Instagram.
Which is SNNF_official.
Yes. Yes. I mix those two up pretty often, but it's okay.
You'll get it eventually. It's fine.
Yeah, but they did 2 Nintendo Directs. They did one on the 27th and then one on April 2nd, I believe. I believe that was the date of the other one.
I wouldn't know, but I think you're right.
But the second one they did is where they announced a lot of the heaters. So let's get into that Direct. The first one we're going to be talking about, the one that I am probably the most or second most pumped about, is Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World is the next entry in the Mario Kart series. We haven't gotten a new Mario Kart since the Wii U, which is awesome because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was
they've
just
had
8.
expansions.
I don't count those.
Which, it's better than nothing. I bought the expansion.
But I am so pumped about Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World is a gigantic map with Mario Kart tracks all over it. And they really innovated on the Mario Kart formula for this one. So the Grand Prix, normally it is do a race, finish the race, and then load the next map. However, in Mario Kart World, we've been seeing gameplay of it from IGN and other game publishers that have gotten early access. How it works is you do the first map, you race to the next map, and then you do a lap on the next map. And that's the whole next course. So it's the first 2 laps are on the way there, and then the last lap is that new course.
That's really cool, and they like to call it a non-stop transcontinental rally, which I think is going to be so unique. Also, 24 racers.
24 racers is really big.
12, right?
Yeah, we got so many playable characters too.
I'm so excited to play the cow.
Oh my gosh, yeah! In the trailer that we saw from Nintendo, we saw the cow, the bitty bug, we saw the crab, penguin. We saw so many playable characters, and we got costumes for the characters as well. So it's going to be super sweet. I am super pumped about open world. This game is going to have free roam, so it's like Forza, right, on the Xbox or the PC.
Which is such a great game.
It's a great game.
I wouldn't say great game. I think it's just a super satisfying game.
I think the open world is super satisfying, but now that they're bringing it to Mario Kart World, I don't think there's a reason
I'll never go back and play it.
I know. Yeah.
Ever. I'm going to get rid of my Game Pass.
Yeah. I am super pumped about this game. I think the race The races look good. The characters look good. They also went back to no longer having kart customization, which I love.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
so
that would always be the reason I won.
All pre-designed karts now, but there are a lot of them. So it's like the Wii. It went back to how it was on the Wii. There's a lot of different options. There are a couple bikes. There's a bunch of karts. There's a bunch of stuff. But it's no longer like, okay, this wheels with this body with this glider.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which I am in love with because I'm getting really tired of kart customization.
You're just tired of losing.
No, it's not kart customization because online it's like, okay, this is the best kart. And that's it. Right? So I'm excited for it to be different. I'm excited for Knockout Tour.
Unique. Yes, so Knockout Tour, we start with 24 racers. It's basically the same as the as the Grand Prix, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we start with 24 racers, and then after the first checkpoint, you go to 20, and you go to 16, you go to 12.
Yep.
8, 4,
and then the winner.
The winner, which I think is a great idea for a game.
It's like a BR, basically. It's like a battle royale for Mario Kart, which is a blast. I am pumped. This game is going to be great. And the one thing I'm not excited about is the price tag.
You want to tell them what that is?
Yeah, the price tag is $80.
And you want to tell them why that's okay?
I think it's fine because if you buy the Switch 2 bundle with it, you can get Mario Kart World for $50. So I think there's just no world in which you don't buy the bundle ever because you get the game for $10 off MSRP.
I mean, you have
$60 games, and you get it for $30 off of what Nintendo's advertising it at. So I'm pumped. I'm super excited. I think Mario Kart World is going to be great. It's going to be a really good addition. So.
Oh, for sure. And just the visuals itself looks really, very, like, just amazing for Switch, especially.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm excited for Mario Kart World. I think it's going to be really fun. But we do have to get into the next game. The next game is going to be
banger.
Kirby Air Riders,
which is also such a banger. I didn't play much of this game, unfortunately, and I wish I had when it came out on the Wii, I think. But just seeing the gameplay of this game and knowing what the concepts are, the game just looks so simple and so solid compared to what the first one.
The first one was a blast. So Kirby Air Riders it's so many different things. There's races, there's a build-up mode on it where you can build up your kart, get different power-ups, and then you play almost like minigame type deal. It's awesome. It's super cool. I'm super excited about it.
And the visuals look great too.
Oh, the visuals were awesome on that game. The first Kirby Air Rider was on GameCube. So it's been a long time since we got a Kirby Air Rider game.
GameCube, when did that come out?
GameCube was like 2000, I think. Might have even been before.
So it's been years.
It's been a long time.
It's probably been longer than I've been alive.
Yes.
Maybe you, too.
Probably.
We'll never know.
I mean, we could. It's just a Google search, but...
It's just a search away, I guess.
Yeah. Kirby Air Riders, which is the second game, looks really good. Being able to have the Kirby Air Riders game coming back onto Switch is just so big.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, I'm pumped about it. I think that they even got Sakurai on this game, which is incredible because he's the main director for Smash.
Oh, and I am surprised they didn't come out with a new Smash.
I am not. Smash Ultimate's so big right now. It's still big. I think they'll come out with a new Smash within a year or so, but they kind of want to ride it until the Switch 2's been out for a year at least, is what I would think. So I'm not that upset. I think there's still plenty of room to grow. And I mean, even where we're at now, they announced a lot. There's a lot of things in here. There's
a lot of wonderful things coming to something that we thought was just going to be like, oh, hey, it's just a Switch 2.
Yeah.
And because they're releasing all these games with this new console, it makes it unique. It makes it stand out. It's not just another Switch.
Yeah, which is super nice because a lot of it at first seemed like, oh, it's just going to be a lot of ports. It's just going to be a lot of updated graphics, stuff like that. But it looks like they're taking the Switch 1, innovating a lot. It almost feels like the DS to the 3DS type of improvement.
I would honestly say even bigger.
Yeah.
With the additions to the tech that we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the DS to the 3DS.
Yeah.
All they did was add a little slider that shows 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, I obsessed over it and barely used it.
Yeah.
But but when they came out with the 3DS, they released titles like Tamagotchi Life.
Yeah.
They released titles that we hadn't had before on the DS, and we couldn't play on the DS.
Yeah, but I think they're doing really good. The first two that we talked about, Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders, I mean, those two games are games that we've been waiting forever for.
And you still have the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Especially with Kirby Air Riders.
Oh, especially with Kirby. Kirby Air Riders is going to be a blast. They're coming out with 2 awesome kart games in 2025 for the Switch 2.
Which is insane.
Because I'm going to be honest, I was skeptical that we would get a whole bunch of good games on release.
Really?
And yeah, I was pretty worried about the first launch year for the Switch 2. But
why?
Switch 1 had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that was about it. Right? We didn't really have a whole lot of other stuff on the Switch when it launched, so I was very skeptical about what would happen with Switch 2.
Okay. You were expecting a first launch.
I was expecting a launch of a good title like Mario Kart World, and that would be it. But I'm very pleasantly surprised, as we're going to talk about later. There's another game that comes out about a month and a half later that
we'll
looks
talk about in a second.
Awesome. Well, we got a little while, but...
Yeah, hot second.
Another game coming out on the Switch 2 that I'm excited about is Project 007. We're getting a new James Bond game on Switch 2, which is going to be sweet. It's made by the same developers of Hitman, which is a great game, which is also coming to Switch 2.
Oh my gosh, I love Hitman.
Hitman was great. So we're getting that on Switch. We're also getting Project 007.
You might be mad at me. I've never seen any of the James Bond movies.
Wow. That is kind of wild.
I've also played none of the games.
You haven't played GoldenEye?
Nope.
Wow. GoldenEye is a great game. That game is such a blast. Yeah, I'm excited about Project 007. Don't know a whole lot about it. I think it's still very...
I don't think we have a release date either for this.
No, we do not.
It's very...
It's very
tentative.
Still in the works.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's still very early in the launch for it. So I'm not upset about it.
But based on the responses that we're getting from the community, I think that they're going to probably push it up a little bit.
I don't think they'll push it up. I think they're going to take their time to make it perfect.
They're not like Xbox and PS. Just saying.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like they rush out games.
Nintendo?
No. The competitors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like
sure.
Nintendo will work on it, whereas other competitors might not. But Project 007 looks great. I'm very excited about it.
And the graphics look great on the little snippet we got as well.
Yeah, we did not get a whole lot. We didn't get any gameplay of Project 007.
Maybe because they don't have any yet.
And that's okay. That's okay. We're still very early on.
That just means we don't have expectations.
I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to be honest. The Hitman games are fantastic. Well, here's the thing. The Switch 2 has so much power in that system now. So much power that the Switch 1
that we'll talk about later.
That we'll talk about later. I have a lot of confidence, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm not a fan of like the pricing and stuff like that, but I will admit the console looks fantastic. Like, I am straight up canceling trips to pay for the Switch 2 instead, because I am that pumped for the system.
You hear that, guys? Jake's like, oh, it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna go well. I want to see it crash and burn just to say you're wrong.
I don't think it can. I think the console has set itself up for too much success.
If something were to happen, what do you think would happen to cause it to crash and burn?
I can't see it. I think the biggest cause for crash and burn would be price.
Just pricing?
Yep. I think $80 MSRP for a game is a little insane. But they can get away with it because nobody else is making games like them. So I'm going to be upset about it, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
My only worry is that because we're setting this high prices now, what's going to happen in the future? What about when other games, like when GTA 6 comes out?
Yeah. I don't know.
What the hell are we going to do?
I think some games can get away with it. I think Mario Kart World can get away with it. I think that game is going to have so much content that it can get away with it. So
fair.
I'm not that upset. But the next game,
moving on.
I am so pumped for this on Switch 2.
Why?
The graphics are so pretty. It's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Guys, his mouth is watering. He's just so excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
wagging.
pumped. I'm so pumped for this game. No, I'm so pumped for this game. I actually got Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube. And I've been playing through that recently.
Recently?
Mm-hmm.
How
I have a
recently
Wii.
is recently?
2 or 3 months ago.
Do I need to give you my GameCube?
No, I have a Wii. I have a Wii and a GameCube controller. We're chilling.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can play GameCube games on Wii.
That just shows you how much I know.
Yeah, clearly. I'm giving you.
Also younger.
I'm giving you.
You gotta give me a second.
Yeah, Metroid Beyond looks so pretty.
Is this also a release drop?
This is not a release drop.
It's not.
But it does come out this year.
This year, okay.
Comes out this year. I am pumped because the game looks so pretty. It's going to run at 4K 60 or 1080 120, which is awesome. It's so good.
Is this going to be on Switch 2 only? Or
no, it's going to be on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. You should never buy this on Switch 1 because it's going to look horrible. There's no reason to buy it on Switch 1.
You heard that here first, guys.
You got to buy it on Switch 2. Also, because they have mouse controls, which we'll talk about later.
God, you're just giving them everything.
I know.
You're just... We gotta tease it. We can't just give it to them.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about it later.
Apologize.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later when we get into more of the tech side of the Switch 2, but Nintendo Switch 2 Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be so good. It's going to be so good. The game looks so pretty. The content we've gotten for it looks amazing. I'm super pumped for this game. I think everyone should be pumped about this game. But unfortunately, we do have to move on to the next one, which I am also pumped. Every game on this list,
I'm pumped for this one too. This is my type of genre. But why don't you lead us into it?
Yeah, here at Sunday Night Nerd Fest, we're big fans of roguelikes and roguelites. And Enter the Gungeon 2 was announced for the Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to say it, Enter the Gungeon is probably my favorite roguelike.
Why?
It is so much. It's a bullet hell combined with a roguelike, which is so cool. There's so much to dodge. The graphics are so bright and
Binding
colorful.
of Isaac vibes.
That's exactly what it's based off of, right? But I just love the little bullet character. I love him so much. He's such a goofball.
It's such simple graphics, but they look so good.
Yeah. Speaking on the graphics, the second game, Enter the Gungeon 2, which we're talking about, has a 3D-esque style graphics.
Oh?
Which is very different.
We're going to get a 3D version for the Nintendo Switch 2? 3D glasses. They're going to put a little slider on it. Oh, no. 3D glasses.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
POV VR.
Oh, that'd be so bad. Yeah, but Enter the Gungeon 2 looks really cool. I'm a fan of the graphic style. I'm a fan of it.
For sure.
I think it's going to be tough to tell what's on screen, but that's kind of what Enter the Gungeon is. It's tough to just see.
all of these games, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just saying.
I love it, though. I am super pumped, super excited about Enter the Gungeon 2. It's also coming out on PC, which is really bad because I'm going to have to buy it twice.
Why? Just buy it once.
Because I'm going to buy it on PC and then buy it on Switch so I can play it anywhere.
Just buy it once.
Maybe.
Once and once only.
Well, Enter the Gungeon, the first game is $15.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not expensive. So if this one is cheap, I'll just buy it twice. If it's not cheap, I'll probably just buy it on Switch 2. I'll probably just buy it on Switch 2.
Mm-hmm. He says that now. Come back in 3 months, and then he's going to have bought it on both devices.
Probably.
Put $20 down on it.
I am super pumped for Switch 2. It's the most worried my PC has ever been. My PC is shaking right now.
Shivering
it's like, oh my god,
timbers.
is he ever going to come play us again?
He's like, he doesn't love me anymore. He's like, Mel's getting a PC to play with you, Jake, and now you're never going to use it.
I know.
No, just the graphics for this game look
oh my
amazing.
Gosh, the game looks so pretty.
It's very unique, too.
We got 30 seconds, and it looks amazing. The first boss they showed was the little bullet guys combining into the big bullet boss, and I think that's just so goofy. Oh, it's so cool. I'm super pumped. But we do have to talk about our last game for this half. And And this is one that people have been really excited about for a while.
And that Jake will hold close and dear to his heart.
Yes, something I'll hold close to my heart. That we did not know when it was going to get announced, but it is Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. Got announced as a Nintendo Switch 2 launch title. Which is super sweet because we've had Chapters 1 and 2 for a while. And we heard that Chapters 3 and 4 were almost done. But now it looks like they're pretty damn close to
And how long has it been between, like, Chapters 1 and 2 and 3 and 4?
Man, it's been a while. That has to be a Google search, I'm going to be super honest. I don't know. It feels like it's been a while, probably a couple years. But Deltarune is such a cool game. It takes everything about the Undertale characters that we all love, and it expands on it with a better combat system, different items. It's got a party system. It's a blast. So I'm hype. I think the way they announced it was really goofy too, with that little dog.
Yeah, I mean, you always get the dog's the best part.
Toby's little character, I love it. So
after doing some research, the first chapter was released in 2018, second in 2021, and now we have this. Is it 2025 or 2026?
It comes out launch day of Switch 2, so
both
June
3
5th.
And 4.
Yes.
Okay.
They both come out the same day, which
interesting.
I'm gonna end up buying on Switch 2 because
He's gonna end up buying everywhere.
I'm not gonna buy this on PC
He's
mostly
not, guys.
because I think Undertale and Deltarune are Switch games in and of themselves. The story is good enough to take it anywhere with you, and
Isn't it harder on Switch?
What do you mean?
Like
harder
the Undertale type games.
No.
Is it easier?
Yeah, I don't think it's easier.
I've never seen gameplay for the Switch for any of those games.
When I played through Undertale as a speedrun for Genocide Route, I used controller.
Oh.
But that could just be me. It's different. It's different.
It's unique. Uniqua.
What?
The Backyardigan.
Oh.
I don't know why that came out.
Oh my god, I loved the Backyardigans.
Maybe we'll have to do
We'll have to do an episode
on throwback shows.
On throwback shows?
Yeah.
Dude, I loved the Backyardigans.
Stick around for it, guys.
I think Pablo was the penguin. That was my dad's favorite when I was a kid. I remember that. But yeah, so I absolutely love Deltarune and Undertale. I haven't played, I'm going to be honest, I have not finished Chapter 2.
I think you're going to have a summer project before the Switch 2
I'm going to have Deltarune Chapter 2.
Something you have not said yet. When does the Switch 2 come out?
Switch 2 comes out June 5th.
June 5th?
June 5th. Wow. So we are so close. It is 2 months from yesterday.
Months.
2 months from yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, which is going to be great. Yeah, I think the first half of this hour, we've gone over some real good games coming to Switch 2.
Oh, for sure.
Rhythm Haven, we haven't gotten a game in 10 years. We haven't gotten a Tomodachi Life in close to 10 years.
You got the Kirby's Dream, Kirby Air Riders.
Kirby Air Riders, Mario Kart World.
Some more Kirby games, though.
Oh my god, I am super pumped
Kirby's
for Nintendo
Yard.
Switch Edition games too, which we'll go over in a little bit here.
Oh yeah, for sure, guys.
But I think Metroid Prime 4, Mario Kart World, and Kirby Air Riders are enough of a reason to buy a Switch 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially Mario Kart.
That game is going to be so good.
I'm so excited for you to get a Switch, and then I can come over and play it with you.
Yeah, I was waiting for that, yeah.
I'm so excited, guys. I don't have to spend more money. I'm already in debt.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Switch 2 looks super fun. I'm excited for Mario Kart World.
It's going to be such a unique Mario Kart.
Yeah, I feel bad because we were talking about Deltarune, but I have to go back to Mario Kart. They added rail grinding, which you can drive on the rails, which is awesome. And then they added the wall jumping.
Yes, they added like actual jumping too.
Yeah. Like,
instead of having to like shake your controller every time you want to jump off a little edge because you want to get more speed.
You could do it on Switch. You just hit the
You're kidding.
You hit the
drift,
amount
of times I have hit my leg because I'm trying to jump and get more speed to beat people. No.
No, you just hit the drift button as soon as you go off a jump.
Oh my god.
That's embarrassing.
I really hope they like make the drift controls more smooth with like this kind of style.
What do you mean
game.
by that?
Well, like on Forza, it's very smooth.
Oh, okay.
It's just a style of game. Like when I go on grass compared to gravel, like is it different? And when I go on concrete compared to dirt, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm very optimistic about this.
And I'll put $20 now that they will release a expansion at some point.
Oh, for sure they're going to release.
This is going to be here for the next 10 years at least.
Yeah. I hope not.
How would you beat this?
Yeah. A bigger, second map.
A roguelike.
A roguelike? Yeah, pretty much.
POV Donkey Kong, but Mario Kart?
That's Diddy Kong Racing. That's a game.
Really? With the barrels and everything?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a long time ago, but Diddy Kong Racing is game. Yeah, but we are at that half-hour mark, which means we do have a quick PSA for you. Finishing up your Starbucks, but are in a rush, don't throw it on the ground. Take it to a trash can. There are nearly 50 billion pieces of litter along U.S. roadways and waterways. All those small pieces of receipt paper, disposable vapes, and plastic cups really add up. Make sure to put your items in the trash or recycling bin. Do not litter. This PSA was brought to you by 88.3 FM WXOU and Keep America Beautiful. Now, before we get into the rest of the Switch 2 stuff, we do have a recurring segment that we love here on our show. It is Geek of the Week. It is 2 minutes for Mel and I to talk about stuff that didn't make the cut for our show this week. I know what mine is. Do you know what yours is?
I got a whole list here, man.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Why don't you go first? I went first last week.
Okay, I will go first on this one. 3, 2, 1. So this one is actually not gaming focused.
What?
This one is music focused.
What?
I'm a big Leve fan. I love Leve's music. And she released a new song called Silver Lining. I believe it was on April 4th she released it. And
yeah, that would have been a Friday.
It is better than I ever could have hoped. The song's words and the song's meaning behind it is so pretty. And it's just so wild. It's so hard to explain in words. Like, I have to pull up the lyrics for you.
I will be giving it a listen after we're done here.
Man, it's so good. It's so good. I don't know why it's giving
What
me
type of
such
music
grief.
is it?
Leve is jazz.
Oh.
Leve is like a jazz artist.
Are we talking lyrical jazz or just jazz?
Lyrical jazz.
Okay.
She did, man, I'm drawing a complete blank.
This is me every week during mine.
I know. She sang From the Start, Promise, Falling Behind, Let You Break My Heart Again. But, like, she's talking about a love that she had where it makes you look at the positive things. It makes you look away from the negatives. And I feel like that's something not a lot of people think about is everything positive that's going on, thinking about the silver lining. And I
100%.
Love this song. The lyrics behind it, the background music, it's so pretty. I cannot wait for her album to come out because she's releasing an album
When
soon.
does that come out?
I don't know the exact date, but it's soon. But one of my favorite lines in the song is, "When you go to hell, I'll go there with you too." And man, it's just it's a heart wrencher. So that's my Geek of the Week. Mel, that was my 2 minutes. It's your 2 minutes. Ready?
I feel like mine's going to be completely different.
That's totally fine.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys. In the Marvel community, we had some huge news in the past couple weeks.
Yeah,
I first of all want to talk about Vision Quest. We've officially gotten teaser photos about Vision Quest. It's basically going to be the White Vision and regular Vision, and I think there's a whole bunch of Vision, and we have gotten confirmation that the voice actor for Ultron is coming back for that.
Oh.
So we think Ultron's going to come back for Vision Quest. Don't remember what, I think it's 2027 is released. It's going to be a show. So it's going to be hit or miss.
They
also,
scare me with shows.
Speaking of shows, after doing a lot of digging, we have gotten Haley Steinfeld basically kind of gave it away that she will be in the next Marvel movie.
Really?
Doomsday. She was like, "Are you going to be in the next Avengers movie?" And she said, "Yeah." And then she completely changed up what she was saying.
Really?
So I think we have gotten not official confirmation, but confirmation that Hawkeye will be returning. Also, Ultron's return in Vision Quest is going to be amazing. I mean, you got him coming out in Vision Quest, him coming out in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
My boy's coming back. And then we also have the Spider-Mans. Both of those were announced.
Yeah.
We have Spider-Man Brand New Day, which I want to know why they went away from the home theme.
I don't know.
And I think they're going to answer it, and we've already gotten pictures and clips from it. I mean, Tom Holland's hair is longer in that. So, okay. I don't know. Also, another show series that I'm super passionate about is the Spider-Verse series. So, we got Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and now we have Beyond the Spider-Verse, which officially got a release date for 2027 after it was supposed to be coming out 2024, 2025, 2026. They canceled it, and then they brought it back 2027.
That's so weird.
And then lastly, the director of WandaVision is apparently directing Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Or helping out in some way.
I did like WandaVision, so that is reassuring. So
you didn't look at my shirt.
I saw it. I was waiting to make a comment
my shirt.
on your Scarlet Witch shirt. But that has been our Geeks of the Week. So let's get back into some Nintendo stuff.
Delete my notes now.
Another Switch 2 almost release game. It comes out about a month and a half later in July, I think it's like July 17th, is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It is a 3D Mario Odyssey style Donkey Kong.
I wouldn't even say Mario Odyssey style. I mean, it's very different, in my opinion.
It's not Donkey Kong style. It's
more Mario.
It's more Mario Odyssey style.
Yeah, I will agree with that. That makes more sense.
I'm super pumped because we have the destructive environments. We have some 2D segments. I love the new redesign of Donkey Kong. Love it. He has so much character. I think the fact that they're moving away from what it was before and more towards this is just so cool.
I'm happy they're bringing him back.
Yeah.
For his own game.
Oh, finally.
I mean, we got Donkey Kong, but like, when was that made? Like, we
haven't gotten a Donkey Kong game, even a Donkey Kong Country game, since the Wii U.
Man, I remember Donkey Kong actually being one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters in Skylanders.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because I had the amiibos of Donkey Kong and Bowser.
Yeah, and you could play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to mention how beautiful the graphics are.
Oh my god, it looks great.
It looks amazing. I wouldn't even think this was a Switch game.
Yeah. Yeah,
but with the Switch 2, I guess anything is possible now.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm graphics. Super pumped. I love Donkey Kong's new style. It's super charming.
The redesign.
The destructive environments, the movement.
It's very unique.
It looks great. The game looks great. But, yeah, so that game comes out about a month and a half after Switch release, which is great because it gives us another game to play. But we do have to move on to the next game. Something I think... I'm very upset about that we didn't see more of. It was just in a snippet. Hollow Knight Silk Song got a confirmed release for 2025 in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which is insane. Which is crazy to me. Because we have not heard anything.
How long have we waited?
We've waited over 2,000 days.
You want to tell them what that is in years?
Too long. I'm not happy about it. I'm not looking it up.
I will look it up.
I am super pumped about Silk Song. The game is supposedly like 3 or 4 times bigger than Hollow Knight, which that game was giant. So I can't wait. 2025 release is awesome. Super pumped.
It's been 5.5 years.
Yeah, that's too long. But
just about.
Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to be a Metroidvania, so I am...
But I'm also happy they're releasing it on Switch 2, because the graphics are about to be fire.
Yeah, they're going to be really nice.
Absolute fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the next one. We've got Mario Party Jamboree getting a Switch 2 edition and an update. So that'll be sweet. We're getting... I'm not going to spoil it yet, but there's an accessory for the Switch 2 that makes Mario Party Jamboree really goofy. That we'll talk about in a couple minutes here.
I'm so excited to play this with our group of friends.
Oh, it's going to be so
just
bad.
In my dorm, we're just looking like absolute fools. Or even out in, like, one of the lobbies, too. Like, I am very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
To play this.
So, Mario Party Jamboree is getting a Switch 2 edition.
Do you want to tell us what the difference is? Between what the expansion is?
Yeah, so how it's going to work is Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are going to get complete overhauls, which means they're getting better graphics. It means they're getting I'm trying to think of it. It's hard to explain exactly what it's going to be.
I know there's new maps, right?
No, there's not new maps. No, there's new game modes. So what is it? There are new game modes. But it's getting a complete update, and it's getting an adaptation with an accessory that I'll go over in a minute. But Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition. It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
It's got to be fun. I mean, it's Mario Party.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Just saying.
But we got to move on. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which is going to give us an update. The graphics are going to look better. Game's going to run better. And we're getting a new campaign DLC, which is going to be great. I'm super pumped about it. It looks really cool. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is probably my favorite Kirby game. So I definitely cannot complain about that. But we don't really have a whole lot of information on it. So we're gonna just keep on rolling through.
Yeah. Do we have a release for this? Is it on release day?
I believe it's release day, but I don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But let's move on. Another big reveal for the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was Duskbloods. Duskbloods is a Souls-like from FromSoft, which is the developers for Elden Ring, developers for Dark Souls. So this looks super sweet. And it is a Nintendo Switch exclusive game. It will not be on PC. It will not be on consoles. It is
okay, but that's
Switch
what they said about Spider-Man.
Correct, but this is Nintendo, not PlayStation.
Do we have a release date for this?
I believe it's 2026. So, I'm pumped. It looks great. I'm not a big Souls-like person, but I've got some friends who are super pumped about this.
Are you going to end up purchasing it anyways?
Probably not. I'll probably watch people play.
Just like me.
I've got a friend. Her name is Rue. She's awesome if she's listening. Hi, Rue.
Hi, Rue. How you doing, Rue?
Yeah, she is going to be playing through this for sure, so I'm just going to ask her to hop into a Nintendo party, which we'll talk about later.
I knew you were going to say something about that.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. He's just teasing everything now.
So many teasers. It's okay. We've only got 2 more games, and then we'll talk about Switch 2 stuff, like hardware. Hyrule Warriors is getting a release on Switch. It will be a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom, which is a prequel to Breath of the Wild, which is insane that we're getting so many prequels.
Do we have a release date for this?
God.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. 25 or 26, one of the two.
Got it.
Which is great. They showed off gameplay of it, and man, the graphics look so good on Switch 2.
Oh, graphics.
It looks so pretty on Switch 2. Well, I think they showed that on Switch 1.
Oh.
I think they showed that on Switch 1.
Oh.
Because
that would be interesting to see, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I thought Tomodachi Life looked really pretty.
I mean, compared to the first one, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought it looked pretty.
But, like, compared to Mario Kart, no.
Yeah, but that's a pretty hard comparison to make.
Just saying. It doesn't matter. I'm still comparing 2 things.
I guess.
That's not how it works.
And our final quote-unquote game, this isn't really a game, this is more of a software type deal. We're getting a GameCube Classic Library Switch 2 exclusive.
Oh.
So on launch, it will have F-Zero, it'll have a 2D fighter, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name of it, and it will have Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which is super awesome. I'm super pumped about that. So they also confirmed that Mario Sunshine's coming to it. Pokemon XD is coming.
He's excited about that.
Yes. Coliseum is coming. I'm pumped. GameCube is great, so I think it's about time that they brought GameCube to the Switch. But now it's time to move on to the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware stuff. Let's start with one of my favorite things, the virtual game card.
I think this is a great idea.
I don't think it's a great idea. I think it's a needed idea. Right?
Okay, so great and needed aren't the same thing, guys. I just feel like I'm getting slammed on now.
I'm giving you grief. I think you're right. I think it is a great addition that they made. Why
don't you tell us what it is?
Yeah, so how it works is it's similar to Steam family sharing. So what you will do is someone in your family, if they want to play a game that you have virtually,
or friends
if you're doing it that way,
like Jake would be doing for me when I get my Switch.
Yeah, probably. Is you can go in person with them and you can let them borrow a virtual game cartridge of yours. You won't be able to play it while they have it, but they will get to play it for 14 days, and then it'll automatically come back to you.
Damn.
So I'm super pumped about that.
That's a great idea. Or a needed idea, quote unquote.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about the virtual game card. It will be coming to Switch 1 as well.
It will?
Yes, it will.
Is it going to be like on release day?
I don't know. I don't know when it comes
Jake
out.
Doesn't know everything, guys.
I don't. I know. How dare I? But yeah, I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we all are. I mean, again,
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's a necessary change for sure.
Yeah,
It's a needed change, and it makes it more unique than the other console versions.
Yeah. I'm super excited. But let's talk about the Switch 2 visuals.
I am excited to talk about this.
Yeah, Switch 2 on docked mode is going to run at 4K 60 FPS, which the Switch docked now barely runs at 60 FPS at 1080. So the fact that we're getting such a jump is insane. The Switch 2 also docked will run 1080 120 frames, which is amazing. And on handheld, it'll go 720 120 frames or 1080p 60 frames, which is what it ran on dock mode for Switch 1.
Yeah.
So I think it is such a big jump.
Well,
I can't wait to see it.
I mean, it's a big jump, but the reason for the jump is because now they're getting these parts from NVIDIA, which AI powered. Yeah. I mean, it's going to help with the graphics. It's going to help handling all of this inside that tiny little console.
Yeah.
Because now they're partnering with one of the biggest tech companies right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great. I think the visuals are a huge benefit to the Switch 2. I think it's why you buy the Switch 2.
Oh, 100%. That's why I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, so...
After.
Speaking about reasons to buy the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons, the Switch 2 Joy-Cons, I'm super pumped about. They are magnetized to the Switch 2 instead of slide-in. The SL and LR, SR and SL, which are the inside buttons, like if you're holding one Joy-Con, are huge now.
Oh my god, no more cramping fingers. They're like 3 times
bigger.
No more cramping fingers when I'm playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's going to be so much nicer.
Wait, are you going to be able to do cross-platform? Not cross-platform, so Nintendo Switch 1 on Nintendo Switch 2 games.
What do you mean by that?
Like just the game cartridge?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be able to put Switch 1 cartridges into Switch 2. Yeah, they will have reverse compatibility.
That's what it's called. Of course he knows that.
Yeah. On select Switch 1 games. It should be a lot of them. But some of them that are like indie games might not be able to support.
We love our indie games here.
I know, but
Sunday Night Nerd Fest.
I know, but they'll probably re-release them anyway, so it doesn't make a big difference. But another big thing coming is game chat. It's like Discord on Switch 2, which is great.
I'm so excited.
I think that's great. I think it's a huge addition. I think getting yelled at on Splatoon by a 10-year-old is going to be really funny.
Or yelling at a 10-year-old.
Or yelling at a 10-year-old. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
I forgot Splatoon existed.
I know.
I haven't played it in ages.
I think game chat's a huge benefit. They have screen sharing. I'm super excited about it. Another thing for game chat and for Mario Party Jamboree that I
for the Switch
2 is the Switch camera,
which is going to be so funny.
Which is hilarious.
You want to tell them why it's so funny?
It's like a Kinect. It's like a Kinect for the Switch 2. I mean, it's like 2010
for some of us who doesn't know what a Kinect is, why don't you explain?
A Kinect is just a camera that hooks up to the Switch that you can use on some games. Mario Party Jamboree is going to have a new mode called, I think it's Bowser Live, I think.
I hate Bowser.
Well, you can be wrong, but...
Do you not remember the one time we played and you guys kept switching with me 5 spaces from the star?
Yeah. But... So, the Switch camera will be used on the Discord app, the game chat that they have. It has built-in green screen, which is awesome.
So I can be over here playing a different game and watch Jake play his game with his game in the background.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
How insane is that?
I'm also pumped that you can use the Switch camera on Mario Party Jamboree for Bowser Live, where instead of playing as a Mario character, you play as yourself through the camera. It's like playing a Kinect game on the Switch.
I wonder if they're going to bring the camera to Tamagotchi Life.
No, probably not.
No?
No, I doubt it.
No?
I seriously doubt it. Which is
so
okay.
Annoying.
Fair enough. Yeah, the Switch 2 camera is going to be great. They added on the Switch 2 a USB-C port on the top. So that's how you connect it. Yes, which is great because you can also charge the Switch through that USB port on the top. So if you're playing in tabletop mode, you know how you could never charge the Switch 1 on the bottom?
So
now you can charge it because you have the USB-C on the top.
So just USB-C?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's
USB-C.
Okay.
Yep, so that's awesome.
Nice.
Another big thing for the Switch 2
that
hardware
Jake's really excited about.
that I'm excited about for Metroid Prime 4 is mouse mode. So either Joy-Con can be turned on its side that you connect it to the Switch with, and on a flat surface can be used as a mouse, which is great because I love PC FPS games. I love them. I can't play console FPS because the twin stick bothers me now.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they added mouse mode, it was confirmed for the Switch 2 for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond that you can do mouse mode. So you can have one controller as your movement with the joystick, and then your other one is your mouse for your attacking and your shooting.
I wonder if they're going to add that to Delta Room.
What?
I don't know. I'm just
What are you talking about?
Isn't there a mode in Mario Party?
Yes, there is a new mode in Mario Party. Yeah, you got it.
DLC?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
There's a couple games, too.
Yeah, there's a couple mini games. There's a couple mini games with the camera, with the microphone. Yeah. The Switch 2 has a microphone, by the way. I'm nervous about that. I hope it's good. Is it? Probably not.
Well, I mean, we got the C button.
Yeah, the C button, which gives us game chat, which is their form of like Discord, basically.
Yeah, like can't you mute yourself and stuff with that?
Yeah. Yep.
Which is going to be really cool because
it's a quick access button.
My favorite part about the microphone is that you could be all the way across the room.
It'll still pick you up.
It'll still pick you up, and then you can be literally holding the device, and it'll be better.
Yeah.
It'll still be good.
It's going to be great. I'm excited. Game chat's available in handheld or in dock mode, which is also a big benefit.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Another huge thing for Switch 2 is SharePlay. We're getting DS Download Play back. So how DS Download Play worked is if one person had a game and the game had local multiplayer, the other person could open DS Download Play, or in this case SharePlay, and they could borrow a version of that game and play it with you without having to buy it. Which I think is sweet, right? It basically, it's been the most annoying thing about Switch 1 is if you're in a room with someone and you want to play the same game, both people had to have it. But with SharePlay, it works on Switch 1 and Switch 2. They're making it so that select games you can just play off of one copy, which is great. So I'm very excited about that.
And I think that's one of my favorite things about this new release is that some of these features aren't just for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
They're for the Switch 1 as well. So if you have one of those and if you cherish it, you can still use these new features.
Yeah, which is a huge benefit.
You're not being left out.
Yeah, real.
But you should buy it.
You should get Switch 2.
With Mario Kart.
Yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was the Switch 2 Edition games. So there's going to be 3 different ways to play Switch games on Switch 2. There's going to be Switch 2 games that were released as Nintendo Switch 2 games. There's going to be reverse compatibility with Switch 1 games, where you can just pop the cartridge in, play a Switch 1 game. And there's going to be Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. A couple of them that they have given as examples are Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be a Switch 2 game. Metroid Prime... it's going to have a Switch 2 Edition. Metroid Prime 4 is going to have a Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
I don't know why, but the way you're saying edition.
Nice.
And looking at me like
you're gonna give me grief for the way I'm saying edition.
You give me grief.
Grease. There you go.
You give me grief 24/7.
That's true.
You can't.
We're getting a not Metroid. We're getting Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 Edition, Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition. I think we're getting Mario Odyssey Switch 2 Edition, and we're getting a Kirby Forgotten Land Switch 2 edition.
Guys, he really did his homework this week.
I did. Well, I've been geeking out about this literally all week.
Literally.
But we saw the Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild. And man, that game looks so good.
Yeah.
On the Switch 2. And Tears of the Kingdom looks so good on Switch 2. And one of the big things about Switch 2 that I was nervous about in these Switch 2 edition games was I'm going to want to start these games over and play them on Switch 2 because it's going to be a radically different experience.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Well, something I missed in the Direct is on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're adding a second save file.
Did they not have two?
No, they only had one.
That's so stupid.
So now they're adding a second save file on the Nintendo
So what is
Switch
that going to mean?
Editions. It means you'll be able to play a second save file on either of them. So instead of going into the Switch 2 with all your progress and you already beat the game and it's like, oh, okay, oh well. Now you can just start up a new save on your Switch 2. Mm-hmm. Beat the game and then go back to your original. So I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, right.
So the good on the Switch 2 is the games that they're coming out with are amazing.
The upgrades.
The Nintendo Switch 2 editions, I think, are okay. I think the fact that you're still going to have to pay for the Switch 2 edition upgrade off of Switch 1 is kind of sucky.
Oh, 100%.
But, I mean, if they add a whole bunch of stuff, it is what it is. Like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, getting a new DLC with the Switch 2 edition, I feel less bad upgrading, right?
Right.
But, like, Tears of the Kingdom, just getting a graphical update and a second save file kind of feels bad to have to pay for an upgrade.
How much would that be? Would that upgrade?
I don't know what the upgrade costs are yet.
Like $10, that's good.
It's probably going to be more. That's the bad, is the cost of everything. And then the ugly is the precedent that they set with Mario Kart World being at $80 is scary. Because now, not only are Switch games going to cost $80, but other companies like AAA companies are going to see Nintendo profiting at $80 for Mario Kart, and they'll be like, oh, cool, we'll make our game $80.
Yeah.
And so it feels like gaming is going to get more expensive very soon.
I mean, gaming's going to get more expensive after this week just because, like, not to get political, I'm not getting political, the tariffs that are being put in place. Like, this is going to prevent and increase the price of literally everything. So, that and you have the Switch.
Yeah, I think the Switch 2 is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
It is confirmed that the release price will be $450 in the US.
Yeah.
And the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World will be $500.
Yes.
That will be the edition I get.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
I think there's no reason not to get the Switch 2 with Mario Kart. You're getting $30 off of Mario Kart World. So I'm not that upset about it.
I wonder how much individual Joy-Cons will be.
I don't know. I didn't even think about that.
That'll be interesting to see.
It will be interesting to see.
And also to see how durable the device is.
I think it's going to be much more durable. The system looks beefier.
Yeah,
the system looks stronger.
There's less black around the edges.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Another thing I forgot to put on our notes page here is the dock upgrade for the Switch 2. The Switch 2 dock is stronger. It actually has a larger chip in it.
It's beefier.
It is
because
beefier.
of NVIDIA. It's
got a fan. So it actually cools your Switch. Which is great because the Switch 1 had overheat problems.
Yeah, that would do it.
Where games started to look really, really bad, even docked.
Yikes.
Which is great. I think it's... Looking at the Switch 2, they took everything negative said about Switch 1 and fixed it. Which is crazy because not a whole lot of game companies listen. Right? But looking at the Switch 2 and what they announced and all of this stuff, it looks like Nintendo actually listened. Looks like they took a step back, looked at what their community was saying, and said, okay, people are upset that we don't have built-in game chat. Let's do it. People are upset that you can't charge the Switch when you're in tabletop mode. Let's put a USB-C on the top.
Yeah.
People are upset that the console's a bit weak. Okay, let's start to talk to an actual graphics card company to get a better graphics card in it. Let's start looking at upgrading the Switch 2's compatibility with Switch 1 games, because people were worried we wouldn't do that. And let's make it so people can play the games they loved so much on Switch 1 at higher graphics and at a higher frame rate with Switch 2 editions. So it really feels like Nintendo listened in these past 2 broadcasts. Rhythm Haven is a game people have been wanting for years. Tomodachi Life is a game people have been wanting for years.
Mario Kart.
New Mario Kart is a game people wanted for years. Kirby
Air Rider.
Kirby Air Riders, nobody even thought that game would be real. Nobody thought they would make another Kirby Air Ride. A Donkey Kong 3D game. This has been leaked for a while, but we had no idea when it was coming.
Hollow
Knight Silksong. I mean, we got so many good games for the Switch 2 instantly. I'm super pumped. I can't wait for this console to come out. I will be playing it day of release. I will be playing it.
It releases on a Wednesday. Is that what we saw, right?
I think it does. It releases June 5th. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But we are at our hour mark, so I do have to do another PSA. Out at a party and decide to have a few drinks? Do not grab your keys and get in your car. Drinking and driving is a huge problem in the United States and threatens everyone on and off the road. About 112 million times a year adults drink and get behind the wheel. This leads to the death of over 11,000 people. If you decide to drink, make sure you have a designated driver or another safe way to get home. Do not drink and drive. This PSA was brought to you by 88.3 FM, WXOU, and the CDC.
If you're gonna drink, do it safely.
That's it. Now, though, we are through our Switch 2 stuff. Unfortunately, I could gush about the Switch 2 forever.
I know you could. It's just that amazing to you.
It is time to, before we get into the Minecraft movie.
Yes. That I know everybody's excited for.
That we are excited to talk about. I'm excited to talk about
everybody.
The Minecraft movie. I do have a quote for Mel because it is our recurring segment of Who Said That.
I hope it's from the Minecraft movie.
Each week
he laughs like that because he knows it is.
I laugh like that because if I laugh any different right now, I'll cough, and I don't want to cough into the microphone.
Mad respect, man.
Fair enough. Yeah, so how Who Said That works is Mel and I alternates between giving each other a quote from a character from a movie, a show, or a video game. There are 2 lifelines you can ask. You can ask if it is from a show, movie, or video game, and the second lifeline is name another character.
But you have to ask the first one first, which I never realized until 2 weeks ago.
You do have to ask the first one first. Sorry, nothing I can do about that.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right now, is it 5-2 or is it 5-1?
5-1.
5-1? Oh,
yeah, because I had to ask the first lifeline first to get the second one.
Yeah, you do. That's how it works.
You're so mean to me, guys. I think
nothing
I need
can do about that.
I'm giving him too many easy ones, apparently.
Alrighty, so let's do it. I have your quote this week. Mel, are you ready?
You know I'm not. Give it to me.
If we want to save this world, creativity is the key to survival.
Huh? I'm sorry. What?
Do you need me to go over it again?
Yes.
If we want to save this world, creativity is the key to survival.
Oh my gosh. I'm using Lifeline 1. I think it's a game.
It is from a movie.
A movie?
It's from a movie.
Then it's gotta be a Marvel movie. What? No, it's from the Minecraft movie, you asswipe. Oh my god. I was so right about that. I
don't know.
No, I know I'm right. I'm not even... Okay, re-say the quote.
Yeah. If we want to save this world, creativity is the key to survival.
God, I wasn't paying attention! I'm not gonna use the second lifeline, because I know it's already Mario.
Mario?
Minecraft.
Okay.
And it won't help me. I wasn't paying enough attention. If we want to save this world, it's either gonna be Jack Black,
okay,
Steve, the little boy, but I don't think you would do the little boy.
Okay.
It's gotta be Steve. I mean, I don't like the way you're looking at me.
I know, I stumped you.
It's either gonna be Steve or Jason Momoa's character.
Okay.
But I also don't know what his name is.
I'll take Jason Momoa's character. I'll take that.
Okay.
If you wanted to do that, I would take that as the answer.
Okay. Ugh, I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
If we want... Re-say the quote one more time.
Yeah, no problem. If we want to save this world, creativity is the key to survival.
It's Steve. Final answer.
It is Steve.
Oh my gosh! I knew you were gonna do something.
It is Steve from the Minecraft movie, so that is 2 points for Mel. It is 5-3.
I should have just went with my first initial reaction. You didn't even have to say the quote.
I know. It was really funny because you had me clocked instantly for the Minecraft movie.
Because then your face gave it all away.
I know.
I shouldn't even ask.
I can't really poker face when I've got a sore throat. It's pretty tough.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, but it is okay.
What do you mean? Oh, I got 2 points, guys.
There it is.
This is my first 2-pointer.
5-3.
Wow, she's making a comeback.
Hopefully.
I'll give you a hard one next week.
Yeah, that's what you said the week before, and you gave me a Star-Lord quote. So, the glare from behind the microphone. But it gives us a good segue into our next topic. We're going to be talking about the Minecraft movie. I
should have known you were going to do that.
I know. We've got a lot to say about this movie. Let's start off by me saying this movie was better than I thought it would be.
I will agree with that. I will 100% agree with that.
I thought this movie was going to be I thought it was going to be bad enough to not be funny. Right? That's what I was worried. I was worried about two things. I was worried about it being super mediocre and being boring, or being bad, not funny. Like, not fun bad.
I kind of wish you did one from Jennifer Coolidge's character.
Oh, Marlene? Yeah. I almost did. Your head is so big.
I would have clocked that instantly.
Really?
I would have clocked that instantly.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I love Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, they had Jennifer Coolidge in this movie.
This movie is just... It's so... Minecraft movie.
Yeah, let's get into...
That's the only way I can describe it.
Let's do it like this. Let's do the good, the bad, and the ugly for this movie.
I like that idea. We should do that for everything.
I do too. Let's start with good. I thought this movie was funny. This was a very funny movie. They leaned into the humor and Jack Black hard, and I think it was a good way to go with it. It had me laughing in the theater.
I have to say, one of the best things for me was the oh my gosh, not relationship, but like the scenes where you had Jason Momoa's character and Jack Black.
Yeah, man, that was funny.
Those were all,
those were so funny.
You got the one Elytra scene. That's all I'll say about it. But
yeah, that was funny.
Okay. You should watch the behind the scene video for that.
Oh, there is one?
Yep.
I haven't seen that.
It's very, very interesting.
I'll have to look it up.
I'll just say.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that scene was very funny. I think the humor that they did in this movie was great.
I did find myself laughing quite a lot.
Yeah, I found this movie very funny. Another good is I really liked the Technoblade reference they had with the pig with the crown. I thought that was very nice.
Was needed.
For anyone who doesn't know, Technoblade was a Minecraft YouTuber who passed away from cancer. And
his dad kept up his channel.
His dad kept up his channel, yep. And Minecraft on the official launcher for PC had a pig with a crown in the background.
And it also had one of those captions.
It had a yellow text caption.
Technoblade.
Yeah. So the pig with the crown was his character, right?
Yeah.
And so they actually had a pig with the crown in the movie, and Jack Black said he was a legend. Which is super sweet. I think that's super nice to do.
Not just a king, but a legend.
Not just a king, but a legend. I thought it was a great way to send it off. I was a big Technoblade fan during COVID. I thought he was funny. So seeing that reference was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another good, or partial good, was the Minecraft YouTubers that got small cameos.
The two of them?
No, there was a couple. There was Mumbo Jumbo, the Diamond Minecart, Afmau, and I think it was LD Shadow Lady.
Yes, LD Shadow Lady.
They were in a scene.
Just the first scene, right?
Yeah. Yep. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool to have a cameo from YouTubers who made the game popular. They also had Jeb, one of the developers in the movie.
Oh.
The waiter for the date scene was Jeb.
That's why I recognized him. I was like, who is this?
I thought it was super cool.
I wish they had more references.
I do too, but
we'll get back into that.
I thought the way they did it was good.
Yeah.
I also really liked the pacing. I thought the pacing was funny. Because it didn't feel like they spent too long on anything, but it also didn't feel like anything was too rushed.
I'd like you guys to realize that Jake is talking mostly for the good part.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
I know. Mel was not as big a fan of this movie as me. I thought this movie was super funny. I thought it was super funny. The first half of the movie had so much love thrown into it.
The first half I loved. The second half I hated.
See, I didn't hate the second half.
The ending sucked. But I will have my moment to shine. Go, continue.
That's fair. I think the 2 end credit scenes were hilarious too. One with Jennifer Coolidge and a villager.
Yes.
I thought that was funny. And then the one that we missed because we left the theater too early.
Because I had to get home and submit an assignment.
Yep, because Mel had to do homework that she procrastinated. I'm kidding. I'm giving you grief. Giving you grief.
Whoa, says you.
Yeah, says me. Was one where Jack Black, or Steve, went to his old house and met Alex.
Yeah.
Which is super big. It set him up for a sequel pretty well.
If it's the actress, I think it is, who will be playing Alex in the future, I will not be watching that film.
Really?
Yeah, it's the red hair actress from Jumanji.
Oh.
Hated her for some reason. She's fine, but just something about her.
Okay. I mean, you weren't going to watch the next one anyway. I could guarantee that.
You were going to force me.
Yeah, I was.
And we'd have to talk about it.
I forced you on this one.
You did force me. I wanted to wait a week.
Was it a good time? Was it a good time?
It was better than studying.
It was fun. It was very fun.
It was.
That movie was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I'll give it that. It did have great humor.
It had really good humor. And the relationship between Jack Black and all of the characters who went into the Minecraft world was so funny. Seeing Jack Black in Diamond Armor too, man, that was so funny.
Do you know he got paid for that?
What?
This film, $2 million.
Yeah, he did it out of love.
The other actors got the boy, $120,000.
Oh, that's a lot lower than I thought.
The girl, Emma Myers, $220,000.
Wow, that's a lot lower than I thought.
The other girl, the one with the black hair, I think it was like maybe $500,000. And Jason Momoa's, I think, $1.8 million.
Yeah. Let's be honest, this movie would not have been the same without Jack Black.
Jennifer Coolidge was, I think, $300,000. No,
she did not have a whole lot of.
She did not.
Parts, though.
But still,
I think that this movie was funny. I think it was bad good. They knew that if they had leaned into trying to make the movie super good, it would have just come out as super cringe. And so instead of trying to make the movie super faithful and super good, well, even then it was pretty faithful, all things considered. For a live action version of a video game, it was pretty good. I would have liked it to have been animated, personally. But I'm not gonna fight him on it. Clearly it wasn't animated. But that being said, I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. It had me laughing. I think them getting Jack Black to sing like 4 times in this movie was the best thing they could have done. Man, those songs are so funny.
The chicken lava song.
The lava chicken song is still stuck in my head.
It was on Nora's story and I clicked on it.
Yep.
And it just got stuck in my head. And
there it goes.
It's been going off all day while I'm studying.
Oh, I love it.
No,
I love that song.
It's horrible.
It's so funny.
It. God damn it, Nora.
It's
She's not listening.
Yeah, probably not. But it's okay. That movie was very funny, and they knew they had to make it funny to make it good.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason it was decent.
Yeah, I thought it was good. But we'll get into the bad now. This is where Mel's going to start taking the wheel.
I wish there were more cameos. I will say that. I wish there were more references. I wish there was more cameos. I wish that, as a huge Minecraft fan, as a huge,
This is our childhood.
This is our childhood. We've been followers of this since the beginning.
Yeah.
In the fact that it's still going, it's still coming strong with updates. We needed more nostalgia factors. They came off strong with it. And then after Technoblade, there was none.
Yeah.
Except for the chicken farm, which is teased in the trailer.
Yep.
I wish there was more references. I wish that we got more YouTubers, because honestly, they're the reason it's big.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. This is one I'm going to agree on.
Dan TDM didn't even have a speaking line.
I am upset that they did not give the cameos the light that they should have. I think that the reason Minecraft got so big is because of the content creators and not because of the game.
100%.
Because let's be honest, Minecraft is a game all about creativity, and if you're not creative, the game dies. And I think it's those YouTubers.
What's the quote you gave me?
Yeah, the only way.
Only way we can save this world is with creativity.
If we want to save this world, creativity is the key to survival.
Sorry.
I just pulled it back up because I didn't want to butcher it. Yeah, I think they should have given some more speaking lines to those cameos and those YouTubers personally. But that I will agree with you on.
Yeah, 100%. Sure. I do wish they played on more of the nostalgia factor. I still want an animated version. Or hell, give me another Minecraft story mode.
Yeah, see, I don't think this movie would have worked if it were animated.
No, like another game.
Oh, like another Minecraft story mode.
I love those games, but anyways, I wish we did get an not like that kind of animated, but like let's say Mario animated.
I think the movie would have been cringe if it were animated.
I mean, a completely different movie though.
I think it would have had.
I don't want this movie animated. I don't want this movie.
I loved it. I thought it was perfect.
We're not talking about the good right now, Jake.
I know.
We're talking about the bad.
I know.
And this is something I found bad. I feel like it was just an honestly giant joke about the game. About this legacy. About this masterpiece of a game that we have all cherished since our childhood. I mean, hell, you have a fucking scene of Jack Black just jumping like a fucking dog and catching a frisbee in his mouth.
I loved it.
That is such a joke. I just feel like they're just joking on the entire game.
I could see that angle. I think there were parts of the movie where it felt like it were more of a joke, but I also think that's what they were aiming for. I think the director wanted it to be funny as opposed to serious.
That's the only way you can make it good.
The Mario movie was much more serious as opposed to funny.
Exactly.
Right? It was much more about the story behind the games and the story of
I
everything.
would rather not have this movie than it exist.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, if you're going to make a Minecraft movie, make it serious. I'm sorry. Like, we've gotten serious Mario. We've gotten, honestly, serious Sonic now. We're on Sonic 4 that's coming out next year. Same with Mario 2.
I think this movie being non-serious is what made it good.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason it is decent.
I think
if it was not funny, it would be shit. It would be straight into the trash.
I think
Hulk.
No, you don't even put these two movies
I'm putting them together. If there were no if there was no comedy.
Yeah, but that's all they went for in this movie.
But you're not seeing my point, Jake. I'm saying, like, the only reason it is decent, it is, like, it has the Rotten Tomatoes score it does, is because of the humor. That is the only reason.
I think this movie is meant to be a comedy movie. And I think if you made Minecraft as a movie, not a comedy movie, it would have been awful regardless of the way you did it.
I think they should have chosen a different game.
They weren't going to. They weren't going to do it. I personally, if we're talking about games that need movies, I think Portal needs a movie. More than anything, that game is fantastic.
That one could have been a perfect comedy movie.
Portal?
I mean, you can make it.
No.
Hell, they fucking made Minecraft a comedy movie.
Minecraft is a game about creativity. Portal is a game about a girl getting kidnapped and thrown into testing chambers by a robot.
We're talking about two different portals.
What portal are you talking about?
I'm just talking about the teleporter one. Like, the basic one.
What?
Yeah.
We'll figure out what you're talking about. I'm talking about Portal with GLaDOS and the cake is a lie.
I have no idea what that is.
Wow, that's horrible.
I know
We're going to have
Portal.
to have a very long conversation after this episode.
A completely different Portal. That's why I'm saying that.
Wow, that's crazy that you've never heard of Portal. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to the Minecraft movie.
Tell me your bads.
My bads?
Because you won't listen to mine.
I think that half the casting was really bad. I did not like the boy and his sister casting at all. I think Dawn was her name, the zoo lady. I think it was just okay. But then again, the other half was great. I thought Jack Black as Steve was a very funny casting. I thought Jason Momoa as the garbage man was a very funny casting. And I thought Jennifer Coolidge as the principal was a great casting. But aside from those three big hitters, the rest of the cast was terrible.
Besides from Aquaman, you can't really do those actors wrong.
Yeah. I think the casting could have been better for the main characters. Aside from Steve?
No. The boy.
Yeah.
God, give me someone else. Anyone else. Give me Finn Wolfhard.
I thought Finn Wolfhard would have been
That would have been great.
Yeah,
or what's the other one from Stranger Things?
Gabe?
Yeah. That would have been great too. Like,
there were a lot of choices. I think that those three castings I mentioned were just pretty bad. I was a little disappointed in those castings, but that's just me. I think the villain was just Malgosia was the villain's name.
Her storyline sucked.
It was just bad.
What do you mean she hates all creativity because she got shut on once by her father? Once, and then became the ruler and now could just enact it again, but no, she's gonna hate it.
Yeah. I think her storyline was just at best. I don't really know what else to say about bad. I think ugly, though.
The whole movie?
I don't think the whole movie was ugly. I think that's wrong. I think that the relationship between the boy and his sister was horrible.
Horrible.
It was so bad. I'm sure you can start getting to that.
I
right?
mean, well, you never really felt connected to the boy. I mean, I never really felt connected to the boy. I didn't really care about him.
I never felt connected to either.
I never felt connected to any character but except for Jason Momoa's character and then the gay piglin.
Steve.
Gay. What? Steve is not the gay piglin.
No, I'm talking about...
Oh, I was never connected to Steve.
Really?
He's not my Steve. He's Jack Black.
I liked Dennis.
Dennis was my favorite character.
I don't know about favorite. Dennis was Steve's wolf. Just so everyone here can... That's in like the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
so
I'm not... No, I'm not...
That. Yeah, Dennis is Steve's wolf. Dennis was great. Dennis is a part of the good.
Yes, Dennis is the only part of the good for me.
Dennis is a part of the good.
Dennis and Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah.
Those are my goods. That's it.
Another the ugly, the storyline of the zoo lady, Dawn, was terrible.
What?
Real estate and pop-up zoo, like portable zoo.
I will say one of the uglies for me, and I know you won't agree with this, but it was the pacing. I felt like it was... At the beginning, it was fine, whatever. But then it was quick, the entire movie. Except for the parts where they were trying to make jokes. Like the Lytra scene.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Or like, some of the battle scenes. Like, I don't need to see, like... But you make the rest of the storyline fast. I'm not connected to any of the characters. And then you ask me to be emotional about like Jason Momoa's character. I'm not going to spoil, but whatever happens in that scene.
Yeah.
You expect me to feel that. You expect me to feel... The only thing I felt was Dennis. Whatever. But then you...
True.
The whole storyline for him going and helping Malgosia just got thrown out the window. Yep. Like, I felt like the pacing was all over. The storyline was all over. It never really came together.
I thought the pacing really reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite. I love Napoleon Dynamite.
Wasn't the whole reason for her getting the little cube was to go into like the real life?
Take over the real world and get rid of the light and mine the gold.
They never
in the overworld.
went in the overworld, yes, but then they wanted to go into the human world and they never showed that. They literally had
She never said anything about the human world. She only wanted to block out the sun in the overworld so that they could mine the gold in the overworld. They said nothing about the human world.
I thought they did.
No, they had no idea the human world existed.
Well, no, because they knew Jack Black existed.
Jack Black was just the roundling from the overworld.
Whatever.
So, I understand where you're coming from. The pacing was fast. It was very fast. And for people who don't... There are some brands of comedy movies where the whole reason they're funny is because the story is super, super, super fast. Super fast. I like that. Personally, I enjoy it. But if you're not a big fan of fast-paced comedy movies, I can see how that would be an ugly. Because it was fast. The pacing was extremely fast. And for people who don't like fast-paced, goofy movies, you won't like this movie at all. Another ugly for me was... oh my gosh. Why did it just slip my mind?
You're doing great.
Yeah, I know. I'm killing it. Another ugly for me was the potato chip part of the story. It's so early on that I don't feel bad spoiling it.
Again, the storyline was all over the place.
The early storyline was not good. But as soon as they got to the Minecraft world, I thought it got better. But when they were in their normal lives, it was just not good. The only storyline I really enjoyed was Garbage Man.
Oh.
Jason
Coolidge's.
I thought the Garbage Man was a good character.
It made no sense.
I liked his character.
They never talked about why the hell they called him Garbage Man.
Yeah, they did.
What was the reason?
Because he won a video game in 1989, and they called him the Garbage Man because the move he did in the game was to throw enemies in the garbage can and kick the garbage can. So they called him Garbage Man Garrett. You did not pay attention to that movie.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't read the name of the game that he played when he was younger.
No, they literally said it out loud. Not the name of the game, but they called him Garbage Man Garrett.
Over and over and over again. And if you miss that one thing, you're like, why the fuck are they calling him Garbage Man? He doesn't do anything with garbage. I mean, let's talk about the whole mentorship thing. That got thrown out of the window.
No, that was a meme. Are you kidding me? He was trying to do a get rich quick scheme. Where how there are gurus on YouTube who will give advice on like how to pick up women or how to be smarter or how to be more successful. It's literally a spoof on that.
Yeah.
That was meant to be funny. Did you not hear what he said? $50 an hour? That's insane. That's ridiculous. To tutor a kid to be cooler. It's so he could pay his bills so his shop didn't close. It's a spoof. It was hilarious.
I don't know. I charge someone $60 to tutor their kid.
To teach them. He was not teaching the kid how to be smart or popular or learn things. He was just giving the kid horrible advice. It's a spoof. I liked that spoof. I thought it was funny. But I would be lying if I didn't say that the movie was very fast and it skipped out on a lot of things a lot of the time. I would have liked to know more of the backstory on Dawn, which was the zoo lady and the real estate lady. They didn't give her a whole lot of time for her background.
Same with the siblings. Like, I assume your parents aren't, like...
in the picture.
How old is the girl? That is the question I want to know.
She has to be, like, 13.
The actor's 23.
Really?
Nora showed me in the film, during the movie.
That's insane, actually. I didn't know that.
23. But she acted like she was 5.
Yeah.
Like... And the outfit she was wearing, just disgusting. But that's just, it's like a side note. That doesn't have to do anything with my opinion of the movie.
Dawn's costume was also terrible for that movie. The, like, all sorts of neon and stuff, that was awful.
And they didn't even need to be in the film. Like, they could have they could have been like, oh, you guys are going to go on a trip here for, like, a little bit while we go on vacation. Like, go stay with your grandma or something. We never even have to see the grandma in there. That makes more sense than just having the girl be there.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they were trying to make the girl, like, a parental figure. I didn't like it. I didn't like
5.
The storyline.
She acted 5 too.
It felt out of place. But once they got to the Minecraft world, it was like, okay, this is a little bit better.
Also, I'm sorry, I appreciate that they had an Enderman in there and that they had the Ender Eye, not the Ender Eye, the
Ender Pearl
in there. But when did we ever talk about, and I know it happened, but when did we ever talk about that it's going to stare into your soul and you're going to freeze up and then you're going to see all these past mistakes that you've made?
Steve talked about it.
No, he didn't. I thought it was very random.
He said don't look them in the eyes and then explained what they do.
He just said they kill you.
No, he went definitely more into detail on it. We're going to have to revisit this.
I'm not watching this movie again.
I'll revisit it.
You can revisit it.
And pull the quote for you.
You are not going to tell me the quote because I'm not going to listen.
There was a Herobrine mentioned in there.
I did miss that.
It was from the Enderman. You know how all the characters, when the boy was going through flashbacks, had purple eyes? Steve had white ones. That was the reference.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I liked the Enderman in it. I think, actually, the way that the Enderman was much better than just straight up killing the kid. Like, it made the Enderman have more life, in my opinion. So, I don't agree that was a part of the ugly. I thought the way they did the Enderman was good. I thought the way they did the skeleton and the spider jockeys was super cool. I will say the zombies were ugly. Were a part of my ugly. I did not like them at all. I just thought they were super mediocre. Like, all the other mobs looked great.
Love the creepers.
The creeper was so
I do wish
so
they had a
looking.
scene where they, the skeleton shot the creeper.
And dropped the music disc. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been really sweet.
They could have done so much with this movie.
They set themselves up for a second, though. So there could be a second. Which we will go see, don't worry.
I will not be watching it.
Yeah, we will.
I will not be watching it.
I'm going to force you to go.
I will not be watching it.
Tough.
We'll bring in a special guest and they can talk about it with you.
Wow, that's insane.
Yep.
I thought this movie was fun bad. Personally. I think it's worth a watch. If you like comedy movies, it's definitely worth a watch. It reminded me a lot of Nacho Libre, which was a great movie. It was really funny. It reminded me a lot of Napoleon Dynamite, which was a great movie. I don't think there's a reason not to watch it, personally.
If you don't like comedy movies, do not watch this.
That's the only that would be the only reason, in my opinion, not to watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but that being said, I think the Minecraft movie, if I were to rate it out of 10...
Speaking of ratings...
let me rate first, and then you can give me the Rotten Tomato. I would say it's probably a solid 7.6.
TMBD gave it a 6.1. Oh, well, IMDb.
Oh, really?
IMDb.
6.1?
Yeah. What do you think the Rotten Tomato score is?
I'm gonna say 81.
49.
Whoa!
Yep, I'm right. And Rotten Tomatoes agrees.
That's insane. That's really low.
Mm-hmm. And
Holy
Metacritic
cow.
also gave it a 48.
Wow.
So.
I thought it was funny. I thought you had to go in with the mindset of this is not going to be a serious movie and you would enjoy it. So, yeah, that's really low. But we are halfway through our second hour, so really quick, we do have a PSA. The school year can be tough, missing assignments, a multitude of due dates, unexpected illnesses. Sometimes all you need is to take a step back and recollect your racing thoughts. If you're struggling with mental health, do not be afraid to reach out. The Oakland University Counseling Center, located in the Graham Health Center building, has many resources to help you and your mental health needs. This PSA is brought to you by 88.3 FM, WXOU, and Oakland University. Now, we are done talking about the Minecraft movie. Unfortunately, I'm kidding. I need a break from the Minecraft movie.
I think we all do. And we're going to move on to something more exciting!
Yeah, we are.
Yay, guys!
Marvel Rivals Season 2 launches on April 11th.
That's this Friday.
Yeah, that sucks, because I leave April 11th.
I have nothing to do this weekend.
I leave April 11th for my Atlanta
Connor,
trip.
if you're listening, we're hopping on. Ethan, if you're listening, we're hopping on.
Yeah, you guys better get ready. But we did hear about the Marvel Rivals Season 2. I believe it is... What's the name of it? The Gala?
The Gala?
The Gala? Sorry,
the Gala.
not Gala. It's something Gala. It's got Emma Frost holding a gala. And that's about all I know. Emma Frost is coming to the game April 11th. She's part of the Season 2 drop. And then Ultron will be joining as a strategist halfway through the season at Season 2.5. Emma Frost will be a Vanguard. She looks super fun.
She does look fun.
I don't like the way you said that.
Don't read into it. She looks fun. I think... her and the rest of the skins that are coming are pretty cool as well.
Yeah, I am really excited. She looks very similar to Symmetra from Overwatch. She does more damage based on how long you hold her primary fire on an enemy, which is awesome. I think the idea of her being able to pull souls, too, is super cool.
Hellfire Gala.
Hellfire Gala? Gotcha. That is a sweet name, though. But yeah, they did a whole lot of balancing patches too, so let's go over that. Let's start with our Vanguards. Captain America got a change. Base health was reduced from 675 to 650, and the shield health went from 400 to 350.
So he got a major nerf.
He got a nerf.
I think that was needed. I think his shield... I don't agree with his base health, but his shield definitely needed a nerf.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with how quick the cooldown is.
Yeah, the cooldown is super quick. Doctor Strange, decrease in dagger damage. So his projectiles deal less. They go from 18 to 16. And they reduce the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2. So they reduced his charge time for his E ability, his area of effect ability.
I think that was definitely needed for sure.
Yeah, Strange has been one of the strongest Vanguards pretty much since release. So I think this was definitely a needed change.
100%.
The next change we have is Hulk. Got a buff, increased base movement speed from 600 to 650. which is good because I think he needed a movement speed buff. I think it's about time. They reduced cooldown time for the indestructible guard, so his gamma shield from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, which is great. I think that definitely did need a buff. And then it decreased the minimum charge time for the incredible leap from 0.7 seconds to 0.5. So pretty big buffs for Hulk here.
I'm gonna be so honest. I haven't played in weeks.
Yeah,
I haven't had time.
I played this past week.
Yeah,
so
I saw you online.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see these changes for Hulk. I think they're good.
It's very even, I think, for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Now this one, it's definitely needed. We have Magneto, and it is an increase in energy cost for Meteor M, his ultimate ability, to 3,100 to 3,400.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a charge time versus ult, which is good. I think they did need that. Another character that did need a buff was Penny Parker. Her primary fire now crits, which is great. That's a great change, being able to headshot and deal extra damage.
Right.
And she moves faster while firing. Instead of a 40% nerf to her speed, it is a 20% nerf to her speed while she's firing.
I have a fear that they're going to make... I feel like the level balances are going to be... So if level balances are at a 5 right now, they're advancing it to a 7.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, overall power. I mean, you got the couple of things we'll talk about later, but you got the Namor upgrade. You got Emma Frost, who literally is unstoppable. You got the Scarlet Witch update. Like,
if everyone's broken, no one's broken.
But that's what I'm saying. There's going to be specific characters that are.
I don't think that's true. I think we also didn't even finish Penny. Penny got 100 health buff. She's at 750.
Go play Adam Warlock. Go play any support.
They nerfed supports hard.
Exactly.
But I think it was needed. I think heal spam is boring. It makes the tanks killable.
But now we have these tanks and these DPS that are gonna be able to kill them with the heal spamming.
I don't necessarily know if that's a super bad thing.
As a support main, like, it wasn't fun to play, and now it's seriously not going to be fun.
They're nerfing dive characters for you, so it's harder for you to die in the back line. So I don't know if that's necessarily true.
We'll see.
Personally,
we'll see.
We got a thing nerf. Decrease the leap damage reduction for himself and teammates from 30 to 25%. That's a pretty solid nerf.
That's fine. I mean,
not bad. Not as bad as it could have been, so that's okay. We did get a change to Thor, a buff for Thor. Thor's base health went from 525 to 600, so plus 75 HP boost. And the movement speed increased from 600 to 650, just like Thor's. Just like Hulk. So that's good. That's good. I think Thor was very underrated, not really played. Giving him a buff, I don't think will ruin the game, so I'm not upset about it. Yeah. Now let's get into the duelist changes that we have. Black Widow added an effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion.
I don't even know what that does. I haven't even played her once.
She has a kick after that she couldn't use instantly after casting those, so I think that's a good change.
Problem. I mean, nobody should play her anyways.
True. We did get a Hawkeye buff.
That's insane.
They reduced the slow effect of charging the bow, so instead of having a 30% speed reduction, it is now a 20% speed reduction. We got an increase for both instances of Hypersonic Arrow. So Hypersonic Arrow was the pushback arrow. Instead of dealing 50 damage, it deals 55. So not that big of a buff. But decrease in energy cost for Hunter's Sight, so the ultimate ability, from 370 to 3100.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 3,700 to 3,100. And improve the bow draw speed increase. So bow draws instead of 1.35x, it is 1.5. So it's a big buff while in the ult.
And I'm honestly okay with this. I mean, if you can play Hawkeye well, props to you, man.
Hawkeye's really good.
He's really good, but he's really hard to play.
On console. On PC, he's really, really easy.
It's a lot easier to play on PC, yeah. I'll say.
Hela got a bit of a rework, bit of a nerf, bit of a buff. Increased cooldown time for the Astral Flock, which is her movement ability, from 12 seconds to 15, so that's good. Increased spell field damage of Piercing Night from 30 to 35, so her area of effect attack increased damage. And decreased cooldown time for Soul Drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, which is her healing passive. So I think that's good. I think those are good changes. We got a big buff for Human Torch. Reduce attack interval for the fire cluster from 0.6 to 0.5. So the primary fire, you can fire faster. Also,
he need a lot of buffs.
Yeah, he did. They did do a slight nerf. Increase the cooldown for Flaming Meteor, which is the dive attack, from 12 to 15.
I'm okay with
but that. Added a new effect where after it, you immediately gain 75 bonus health. God. With a fall off of 3 seconds at a rate of 30 bonus health per second.
That's good. I think that those are needed changes.
I like it. It makes him be able to survive a little bit after the fire, the Flaming Meteor. So I'm not upset. I think those are good changes. Iron Man got a buff. Slightly reduced Iron Man's hitbox size. So he is going to be harder to hit, which is great. I think that's a great buff.
What do you mean that's great?
I think that... Think about it like this.
He is now is fine.
Punisher, Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's projectiles have the size of a bus.
Or even Star-Lord.
And new feature, gain 100 bonus health on activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive that will start a fall off 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second.
And
so he gets bonus health.
Overdrive is something we're going to talk about later.
Yes, but it's more of a change for a different character. Iron Fist got a bit of a change. Reduced bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100. But the slow fall off rate of the health happens slower. So instead of 25 per second, it's 15 per second. They lowered the damage of one of his abilities from 10 to 9, but increased the percentage damage to the enemy's max health per strike. So he's more of a tank shredder now, as opposed to an everyone shredder. And then decrease the cooldown for the kick ability from 12 to 10 seconds. Mr. Fantastic got a couple changes. Increased base health from 350 to 375, so 25% buff. 25 HP buff. They boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 75 and 75 to 80 while inflated state. A new effect of Flexible Elongation is enemies within range suffer a 35% slow effect.
Ooh, I like that. I like that cool. A
lot. Reduces the cooldown from 10 to 8 seconds. Gained passive change. I'm not upset about it. And then new feature, when he uses his ult, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering the inflated state, which is pretty crazy. That's a lot of bonus health. Next character, though, is Moon Knight. Moon Knight got a buff. The projectile speed for Moon Knight is 30 meters per second higher.
Okay, this is going to completely change topics, but Moon Knight will not be making an appearance in Doomsday.
Yeah, Mel's upset about it.
Yeah, and they canceled season.
Yeah, Mel's very upset about the Moon Knight stuff.
Anyways, continue.
It's okay. Moon Knight is really good in the game now, so it's okay. New effect on Moon Knight's blade. Remember, he's got that larger projectile that he can fire off?
Yeah.
So now he gains 25 bonus health per enemy hit with a max of up to 4 enemies. So he can gain upwards of 100 bonus health.
That's insane. 3
seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at 20 per second. Speed up Moon Knight's hook, like his grapple, from 4 seconds to 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. So his grapple happens so fast now. They did extend the ult duration a full second longer, but damage fall off is much greater. Scarlet Witch got a bit of a change.
Ugh.
Which is okay.
Ugh.
Do you not like Scarlet Witch?
No, she's gonna be... Bro, I literally have a shirt on.
I know, I was about to say.
I love Scarlet Witch. No, but she's gonna be insane.
Be really good.
Like, actually insane.
Yeah, she's gonna be really good.
Why don't you tell him why?
We haven't gotten to the team-ups yet.
Still.
They removed chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage, so her fixed damage is higher. She does 80 per second now, which is wild with her primary fire. Her burst projectile damage is up. She did get an increased cooldown for her phase.
Oh, that's bad.
It's bad but needed.
Yeah.
And then they reworked the slow effect of reality ensnare. Erasure, sorry. To start 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately. So her ultimate, instead of her being slowed instantly, it slows her after 1.5 seconds. Which is good. Star-Lord got a change. His blaster barrage, which is his area of effect, went from 80 damage per second to 75, which is good. And there's a damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters, maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. So he's got to be a lot closer, which is good.
Yeah, I need him to change.
Yeah, he needed a nerf.
Him and this character.
Winter Soldier?
Yes. Winter
Soldier did get a nerf. The bionic hook got an increased cooldown from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. And they reduced base damage of his ultimate from 100 to 80, but lowered the culling threshold from 20% to 15. Okay, so remember how he used to get you down to 20% and you'd insta-die if you got hit by his ult?
Yeah.
Now it's 15%.
Good.
So it'll be harder to chain the ult as long.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, they made it harder to just spam
so
that.
I won't be hearing that so many times.
Probably. Hopefully. Who knows? Wolverine got a bit of a change. Looks like his rage buildup has reduced for everything but his primary. Which is good.
Yeah.
He was really good on PC. Really, really, really good on PC. So that's a good change. And reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact from his ultimate ability from 1 second to 0.75 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Let's get into our strategists. Instantly off rip, Mel's going to be angry. Nerf and a buff for Adam Warlock. His Soul Bond got a increased cooldown from 30 seconds to 40. So it's going to be longer until you can Soul Bond and reduce damage across multiple people.
Bro, he already sucked.
But the ultimate ability now restores
Still
30%
sucks.
of a fallen ally's max health instead of a fixed 100, which is good.
Still sucks.
And the ult upgrade is pretty solid.
This one I'm okay with. I like these new abilities that they're adding.
Yeah. The Cloak and Dagger, so the ultimate ability, instead of the zones going away separate, they will all remain active until the final zone ends.
Which is pretty cool. Does it still stack or no? I don't think it stacks.
It never stacked.
Never stacked. I'm mad about this.
Invisible Woman got a nerf. Decreased shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. Sorry. Which is good.
I'm sorry. They nerf Invisible Woman, but not Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger are pretty balanced. Invisible Woman was the number 1 picked support.
Exactly.
So she did need a nerf.
Oh, I love her.
Loki got a nerf, increased regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30.
That I think was needed. 100%.
Yeah, his regeneration field was insane.
Almost an ult.
It felt really ult-esque.
Yeah.
Then we have Mantis getting a bit of a nerf.
And a buff. Major buff.
I don't know if it's major.
I would call it a major buff.
We'll talk about it.
You never play Mantis.
Reduced max health from 275 to 250. Effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. So the reason this isn't as good as you're thinking is because it doesn't stack the effect. It increases the length that they have them. So if you stack a bunch of healing onto someone, it doesn't heal them faster. They just have the heal effect for longer.
I still think that's a cool change.
It's a good change. I think it's a very, very, very good change. Yeah. And it will make her much more fun to play. This is a pretty cool buff.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon got a bit of a buff and a nerf. Decrease the healing area of repair mode spheres from 75 health to 50, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. So if you hit them with the healing bubble, it insta-heals them 55, but the area of effect healing is lower.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good change, because now if you have good accuracy, you'll heal 55 on an ally hit, which is great. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 to 7 meters per second. So it looks like the projectile speed reduction is lower. Looks like they made the projectiles move faster.
Yes.
Which is good.
Now, projectiles, that is the his gun.
Yeah. So it looks like his projectiles are going to move faster. They extended the cooldown for the jetpack dash from 6 seconds to 10, which is good. And they reduced the dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. That's good. He was really unkillable.
If you're on PC.
He was really unkillable on controller, too.
Well, you can't climb walls as well. The controls are
That's
awful.
True. That's true.
Climbing walls.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. But the big one is the ultimate ability damage boost.
I'm okay with this.
From 40% to 25%, but add a new effect during the ability duration. Linked to allies receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, the bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000, which is okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, his ults now become more of a healing ult.
It's more of a buff. It's a max health buff, which is great.
Yeah. All right, we should speed through these so we can talk about the new characters and the new maps.
Yes, so we do have a couple new team-ups. Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch got a team-up, which turns Scarlet Witch into a tank melter. Unlocks magic burst ability is what they say, but it's just tank melt. Captain America Winter Soldier have an ability where they can slam into each other and create an area of effect slow. Mental projection with Emma Frost, Psylocke, and Magneto creates a fake versions of the characters that also fight and deal damage. They did.
They got rid of Winter.
They got
Winter
rid
Soldier and the ammo Overlord, and they got rid of the Namor Frost stupid squid thingy and
the Luna Snow.
Replaced it with the Gamma.
Yeah, so I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Those are good. The Psylocke and Magic lost. They lost that. Gamma charge, instead of being Hulk and Iron Man, it is Hulk and Namor, which makes Namor's squid ridiculously broken.
Yeah.
Magneto and Scarlet Witch lose their abilities.
That's fine.
As a team up.
They kind of sucked.
It looks like the Thor anchor has changed for the team up for Captain America. Oh, it looks like they actually just lost the team up with Thor.
Really?
For Captain America and Storm.
Like just... Yeah, I think that is true.
Yeah, looks like it. But those are all the changes. Emma Frost looks really fun. Let's talk about Emma Frost.
I mean, have we had any gameplay from Ultron?
No. They've shown nothing.
Yeah.
But
That'll
Emma Frost is a Vanguard. She has a primary fire that deals damage to characters based on how long she holds it on them, which is super exciting for me because I loved Symmetra in Overwatch, which was basically the same thing. The longer you hold the beam on someone, the more damage they take. So I'm excited about that. I might be a Vanguard player. Who knows? Probably not.
You're going to have to fight a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, probably. She gets a shield that she can send out that can block a lot.
That's insane.
It's going to be really
cool.
Her
kick, her throwing ability.
So that's with her diamond shift, right? She has a shift into her diamond form for, I think it's either 8 or 7 seconds.
Where she's...
It makes her unstoppable like the Thing, where she can't get soft CC'd.
She can't get damaged.
No, she can get damaged. She can't get soft CC'd. So soft CC is crowd control. So she can't get, like, stunned.
Got it.
From soft stuns. She also gains a melee off of the diamond form, and she gains a kick and a grab ability off of the melee. No, I'm sorry, not off the melee. Off the diamond form. And she gets her crazy ultimate, which has a giant cone. And if she hits enemies with her ultimate, her giant cone ult, it forces them to, after a certain amount of time, walk towards her and not be able to use any abilities. Which is crazy. It's really good. I'm super excited for Emma Frost. I think she's going to be the most fun Vanguard by a long shot.
100%. I think Vanguard you're going to have to fight people to get her.
Vanguard was not a very fun role, in my opinion, for a while. But it looks like they made a lot of really good changes to the role. I'm really excited to actually play it, which is wild, because I wasn't for a long time.
It'll be very interesting to see.
I'm excited.
How the dynamics change.
Yeah. I like the team-up changes. I like a lot of it. I like the whole season.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I really am looking forward to Ultron. I mean, I just hope they don't, like, do something bad or whatever. And I'm also happy they're not adding another DPS.
Yeah.
Very happy about that. We already have enough DPS. I mean, they're fine.
Yeah.
They'll survive. Everybody wants to play him anyways.
Everyone wants to play DPS only, so I'm glad they're adding new.
I'm hoping he's a lot like Loki, kind of mixed with, like, I don't know.
Ultron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know we were talking about Ultron yet.
Sorry.
My bad. Yeah, Ultron is confirmed as a strategist coming halfway through the season. Which I'm super pumped about. He's going to be really cool.
Halfway through the season, though.
Yeah, but it's still soon.
Yeah, no, for sure. Which I kind of like. I liked how they did the Fantastic Four, and there's a Fantastic Four movie coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of wish they did that for, like...
You just want a new Ultron movie, let's be honest.
Not even that. Give me Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Give me Doctor Doom.
Well, I'm hoping they come out with Doom as a character. But
give me Doom.
We don't really know.
Give me Blade. Give me...
Oh, I want Blade so bad. I want Blade to be a playable character so bad. But they did also announce in their dev stream that starting in Season 3... a new character will be added every month.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Which is super sweet.
Alright, now I'm going to quickly move over to the maps.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm really sad about the retirement of Tokyo 2099.
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
That was the pretty one.
I don't like that map.
Well, I'm okay with the Yasgard and the Royal Palace being taken out.
Oh, yeah.
That one I kind of hated.
I'm fine with that.
That's fine. And then we're also getting Hellfire Gala, which we haven't really seen anything, like, too much on that, right?
Not a ton, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I'm still pretty pumped. I like most of the maps in Rivals, so I'm not that upset.
Do we have any idea on what the new, like, mode's gonna be?
I don't know. I did not look that much into that. I'll be super, super blatant and honest with you. I did not look into the new mode much.
What do you think the new meta is going to be for this season?
I think new meta is going to revolve around Hulk.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because of how many buffs he got?
I think the buffs they gave him are really good. I think the team up with Namora is really good. And I also think Strange is still probably going to be meta with Scarlet Witch.
Honestly?
Scarlet Witch is a tank shred.
Honestly, hard. I think the meta will be tank, Strange, Witch.
I think it'll be Hulk, Strange, Namor, Scarlet Witch, and then 2 strategists.
Yeah, I think that'll be it.
That's what I'm thinking. Just off of reading these and looking at the buffs and changes.
Oh, so. My buddy boy. Last time I played Rivals actually wasn't a couple weeks. I was here. 41 kills on Namor.
I remember that. You sent me that
was
picture.
Insane.
Yeah,
and it's huge. Not like I was playing against bots or anything, which was the best part.
Yeah. Were you playing on keyboard mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was here. I was at the OC.
Yeah.
Playing.
See, keyboard mouse supremacy. Keyboard mouse supremacy.
Bro, I know. We've been over this. That's why I'm getting a PC, man.
You have to. But yeah, that's about all we got this week for you guys. I will tell you right now, there will not be an episode this upcoming Sunday. I am out of town.
Boo, yeah, boo, Jake, guys.
Boo me, I guess.
Come on, Jake.
I'll be in Atlanta for a Pokemon Regional. Super pumped about it. I'll be talking about that the week after, I'm sure. But can you keep booing me?
Week after, I'm gonna have like no energy. It's finals week after that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mr. doesn't have finals.
Hey, listen, I have a presentation. I have a presentation and a paper. I have 2 papers and a presentation. So I only have 2 classes.
2 presentations, and 2 final exams.
Yeesh, that's pretty tough.
All in that week.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, but we will have a show that weekend.
Yes.
We will have a show that weekend.
Jake will carry.
I will carry. Where you guys will hear about how I did in Atlanta. Hopefully better than I'm hoping.
Hopefully better than we're thinking.
Yeah, hopefully. But that's about all we've got for you this Sunday night. So thank you guys again for listening in.
We appreciate you.
If you're listening on Spotify
or
after the fact or YouTube, we are live every Sunday night on 88.3 FM or on wxou.org/live. Or if you're listening live and want to hear reruns, you can listen to reruns of our episodes every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We upload them to YouTube and Spotify. But that's all we got for you tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening in to us dork about the Switch 2, Marvel Rivals update, and Mel hate the Minecraft movie. But we're going to let you guys go. Head to bed. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will talk to you.
Enjoy your next 2 weeks.
Yeah, enjoy your next 2 weeks. Yeah, we will see you guys in about 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Yeah.